Hello and welcome back to the channel. I am the Butterlord and today we are playing more Batman Arkham. Oh, I don't know where I'm going now. I'm very lost and confused. Help. I need my father. Dedicate, where are you? Okay. How did I get... Wait, what? The... The fuck? How did I get lost? I don't need... whatever.
Ding dong! Joker again? Don't worry
Alrighty
about
then.
that. I put a few surprises along the way. Nice to turn up and spoil the fun.
Okay, we've made it to Arkham Island North. Yeah.
And if you hear a shot in the dark, don't worry. There's very little chance
Ooh,
you
tape.
can hurt.
I want that tape.
Still, you might want to check your health insurance. Who am I kidding? You don't have any.
Gotcha.
Looks like the Blackgate thugs have access to the armory.
That's not good. So, whose tape is this gonna be? Oh, Joker.
Subject has no recorded name, alias listed as the Joker. In the room is Warden Sharp and myself, Dr. Young.
Is this another one of those boring psych evaluation tests?
No, it's not. So, you're the famous Joker.
In the flesh. So, Doc, you want me to look at the ink cards again? The first one is a kitten I had when I was a child. The second is...
A dead elf.
let's see, a dead elephant. The third is a...
Funny. Now let's skip the jokes.
Skip the jokes? Hey, Shark! Didn't she get my permanent record? Be quiet, clown.
Every doctor who has ever interviewed you claims a different type of psychosis. Everything from multiple personality disorders to, well, the list is endless.
I do my best.
Well, I don't believe it. Anything can be cured given the correct treatment.
And you think you can cure me?
Oh, I know I can.
The hubris of man. Anyway. So yeah, there is no curing the Joker. There's only containing that. And even then, that doesn't really work. But then again, Batman's not gonna kill the Joker.
It's the Bat!
Bam!
You're gonna...
Oh, that was good. What? Who broke my combo? You son of a bitch. You broke my fucking combo. I swear if I could kill you, I would. Alright. To the east. We must go east.
He's here! The Bat! Go!
Got ya. Alright, that was pretty satisfying. As for that riddle we got as we entered the east, I know how to solve that. That one's very easy.
That is back. I've got a couple of men in the guard towers covering your roof. You can.
Well, that's one fast sniper rifle.
Bye bye, Bats. Mwah!
screw you.
Be losing men like there's a plague in town. I guess the bat is back. I've got a couple of men in the guard towers covering your movements. But be careful. They're both loose cannons. Itchy trigger fingers and...
Alright, how close do I have to be for this thing to activate? There we go.
Tape patient interview 17. Joker remains uncooperative. My earlier diagnosis remains true. I believe he enjoys his persona too much.
What's up, Doc?
Today I thought we'd try something different.
Oh, you make me blush, Doc. I have a girlfriend.
Dr. Quinzel, I know. I've seen the tapes. I saw what happened.
What can I say?
I don't want to know what happened on those tapes.
Anyway, I thought it would be good to talk about your child.
That scares me.
Ever heard of romance, Doc? I don't give up the goods for free. You'll have to try harder.
What are you hiding?
Didn't you hear me? You scratch my back, Doc, and, well, I won't have you wrapped in plastic and left in a gutter.
I just realized I never actually finished a thought I had a couple episodes back, and that was that the challenge maps across the games. I like Arkham Origins challenge maps a lot, and God, you
To keep an eye open for
son of a bitch!
during your duty.
Oh, isn't that cute? Little bat's a-sleepin'. Someone finish him off.
Yeah, I'm sure I'm sleeping after taking 3 fucking sniper rounds. Oh god, you son of a bitch.
Be losing men like there's a plague in town. I guess the bat is back. I've got a couple of men in the guard towers covering
Anyway,
your movements.
the challenge maps in the first one, I think, are pretty good. The joys of PC are modding, so you can pretty much bypass
Tape patient interview
a bunch of
17.
shit, but I have, such as the fact, interesting thing about Arkham Asylum is it technically, most versions of the game only have 2 playable characters. You motherfucker.
Joker here.
Anyway,
Now that I'm in charge, I'd like to hear all your feedback on the
alright, how do I get up there?
especially about the decor, and I hope it helps you all become more productive in our task.
You can't shoot me. Okay, I'm gonna have to wait. Nope. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. I got you.
Dong. Warden Joker would like to announce he has a
Satisfaction.
charge fired.
Just wish I could knock you off the roof like fucking Spider-Man. Normally I don't swear this much, it's just real world frustration, and also that's kind of beautiful. That was beautiful. Anyway, as I was saying, the challenge maps. So most versions of this game have 2 playable characters. Sort of. You have Batman, and when you beat the game you unlock Batman Armored, which is, I don't think has any actual gameplay difference, it's just a Batman with a slightly more beefed up looking suit. It's really not impressive.
Sounds great. I'm up for that.
Hello. But yeah. However, there are actually in the PS3 version of Arkham Asylum, there were 3 playable characters. As there was I think there was a built-in DLC. Or you could buy it separately if they if they were greedier. I don't remember. But there was a DLC for the PS3 version, which adds the Joker as a playable character to the challenge maps. Which is cool for like the first 1 or 2 times you play as him, and then you realize he's really difficult to play as, especially in the Predator maps. Why is that? Well, the Predator system in Asylum isn't as fleshed out and doesn't have as many options as the later games do. Because of that, you're already kind of limited as Batman to what you can do for the maps. You throw Joker onto that though, and it gets even worse because Joker doesn't have a full arsenal like Batman does by the end of the game. He has 3 gadgets in the Predator maps. He has a pair of glasses that literally work as the detective vision, which is this. And whenever he uses the glasses, he has to stand up perfectly still and use them. You can't just hit a button to turn it on like this. The second thing he has is a pair of chattering teeth, which is probably the most useful because it essentially is like a seeker missile. You throw it on the ground, you find a guy, and when you walk the thing up to him and it detonates, which will instantly take him out. And then his last weapon is just a gun. It's a single shot revolver, and you only have 1 bullet with it, and if you miss, well, it's useless.
Little over a month, visiting academics in both Metropolis and Keystone. I was exposed to a wealth of new ideas. I began my day returning home in good spirits, eager to see my wife and family. I ended it kneeling in their blood, broken fragments of my life, pouring through dripping red fingers.
But yeah, it's still cool to play as Joker, but it's not practical. Then came Arkham City, which has a much more consistent challenge map setup, and it has a better cast that you can play as you obviously have Batman, who is Batman, that's who you play as in the main game, so I'm not really going to explain anything there. But then you also play as Robin, Tim Drake, Robin, and he does have some different gadgets and he's pretty cool to play as. Then you have Catwoman, you actually do get to play as Catwoman in the open world thing, which I thought was really cool. I'm not really a Catwoman fan, so I never actually played as her much. But it was still really cool that you could play as her in the open world setting too, and have the same kind of... They actually bothered to give her different traversal mechanics that make her different from Batman, showing that just because you can't glide doesn't mean you can't maneuver in the open world well. You can. Then you also had Nightwing, and he's probably my favorite, for some reason, of the challenge map characters in the city. I just really like playing as him. Gotcha. But yeah, Arkham City had a good selection. I like Arkham Origins characters more, and it's not even that I like all the characters more, I just like with one. There's one character you can play as in the challenge maps in Arkham Origins. And if you've played Arkham Origins, then you know who I'm talking about. But there aren't as many characters in Origins as there were in City. There's only 3 challenge map characters you can get. And one of them, I think he's fun to play. I think he's kind of boring conceptually. That being, you can play as Bruce Wayne during his training phase. So he plays more like a ninja than... He essentially Ninja Batman. You play as Ninja Bruce Wayne. And he's neat. I don't really play as him much, but he is kind of neat. However, the other playable character you have, aside from Batman, obviously, is motherfucking Deathstroke. And that is so awesome to me because I love Deathstroke and it's so cool you get to play as him. And I really wish they had a Catwoman setup where they had like a DLC mission. They had DLC missions in the open world where you played as Deathstroke tracking Batman. I think that would have been really cool, or like a Harley Quinn's Revenge type setup from Batman Arkham City, to do something like that where you play as Deathstroke, trying to find Batman, maybe include some other characters not used in any of the games. Even, because that's the thing, like, especially in this one, as you can see, there's a ton of character bios in this game. 90% of them aren't used. Like, obviously Jack Ryder doesn't appear in the game. Great White Shark, he doesn't show up. Firefly does. But there's a bunch, and we'll get to them when we get to them. Headshot. Ah. Gotcha. Boom. But yeah, I think that would have been really cool. And then in Arkham Knight has the largest cast, and it probably is the most consistent in terms of like fan favorites. That makes sense. I don't really care for it that much though, to be honest. Mostly because, maybe it's me, I really wish I could play as like a villain character more with the setup, and it's not that you don't have a villain character for that. It's just it's cool, but it's not really, I don't know, it's just not for me. I wish they would have done more.
Welcome to the Arkham Library. History is so important.
So, so the playable characters you have in Arkham Knight, you have Batman, you have Robin, you have Nightwing, Catwoman, and they all play pretty similarly to how they did in City, just with the better Arkham Knight stealth mechanics, which I will say, Arkham Knight stealth is really, really good. The game's kind of a hot mess overall, and I wish they would focus more on the actual combat as opposed to the Batmobile segments. Like most people, I'm unenthused with the Batmobile. Mostly because I just hate vehicles in games in general. But like, I want to play as the character, not the character riding in a vehicle. But like, the character you have, okay, hang on, collect my thoughts. Okay, you have all the characters from Arkham City, but then you also have Batgirl, Harley Quinn, Red Hood, and Azrael. And the only one of those characters that I really think is cool that's in the game is Azrael. Because Azrael's a bit more of an obscure Batman character, and I love the fact they included him as a playable challenge character. In terms of his gameplay, he's not very exciting. He's just kind of like a weaker Batman. But it's still awesome that he's in the game in general.
The room will fill with happiness. The audience will be in fits of ecstasy, and then die.
Aside from that, Batgirl is, because the thing is, because that's the thing, they're all really cool to have in the game, but none of them really excite me. And maybe that's just me. It's really cool to have Batgirl in the game, given that...
I'm getting bored already. Maybe I should just press the button and... Only joking.
Okay, I think I have to focus a bit more here. It's really cool to have Batgirl be playable, given, you know, Oracle and all that. And... there we go. I got you, homies. Don't worry.
Thank you, Batman. Are they all gone?
Yes, you're safe. What happened?
It all happened so fast. Some patients broke in, began tearing up the place, like they were looking for something. Bill here fought back, but there were too many. They took Dr. Young. She rushed in here and they followed. I'm sorry. When I came to, we were all tied up. Doc Young was gone.
That's unfortunate. Anyway, yeah, it's really cool that Batgirl's playable. I've never really been a Batgirl fan though. It's not that she's bad, it's just I don't find her character super interesting. It's kind of the same thing. I like Batman and I like Dick Grayson and I like Jason Todd because they have a lot more development in terms of they're developed in other material aside from the comics. Tim Drake's neat and he's cool. I don't really care that much though. I like Harley Quinn's history in terms of like the comics and how she got introduced from the animated series and stuff. I like that more than her actual character. Catwoman's alright.
I returned to my work, but I could not shake the pictures from my mind. I should have been repulsed, but I was more eager than ever to find an explanation for why someone would do this.
Azrael's cool. It's cool that Azrael's in the game, and I love having him there, even if his gameplay sucks. But it's also not really because I think Azrael's a cool character, or I like his backstory. I just like the fact that a more odd pick for a character to be playable in that game is there, you know. There's a lot of characters I can think of I'd rather have in the game as being playable, but it is at least cool to have someone kind of unexpected-ish to be there, to be playable. It was obvious he was going to show up in Arkham Knight, given Arkham City, but it's still neat that he shows up it's neat that he's playable. Okay. Aside from that, there should be a Scarecrow encounter soon.
We're in control. Where did she go? Don't know. Answer me! I said I don't know. She could be any...
Sorry, Bane Man. Oh wait, no, it's Joker paint.
What's that collar do? Why is it making that noise?
It's the suicide collar, but it sounds weird.
Suicide collar?
Well, they've got some other name, but, well, we just use them to monitor patients' heartbeats. If it drops too low, the alarm goes off and a crash team rushes in.
And so does my crew if you trigger one. How do you like them apples, bats? Standing around in the... let's see... the West Wing. They'd be there now if they weren't busy knocking a little sense into cash. I'll tell you what, I won't spoil the surprise and let them know you're coming.
I love Joker just because he's like, yeah, you know, it probably would be better for me to go ahead and tell them, hey, Batman's outside, go beat him up for me. That would make sense.
You stay here.
But Joker's like, nah, this is just going to be more entertaining if I don't tell them and watch Batman kick their asses. Yeah, come on, that's not entertaining. I mean, that's not entertaining. Aside from that, though, it is really cool having Harley Quinn playable in Arkham Knight.
Harley Quinn is on her way up here soon. She knows.
Speak of the devil, and she shall appear.
You don't want to find out how she does it.
She
But-
can do her work. I ain't talking. Period.
There's a Hugo Strange
You guys may want to have a look on the
Easter egg in this one.
I think someone's left you a gift.
But yeah, it's cool to have Harley Quinn playable. She's not my favorite Batman antagonist, but she makes general sense, so I'm fine with it, and she is a fan favorite. And for good reason. She's a very interesting character in terms of, like, publication history and stuff. Red Hood, that was the other one. Red Hood's really cool to have. He's probably my favorite addition to Arkham Knight. It makes sense that he's there, but I generally just enjoy having him be playable in that. Because he makes, like I said, he makes sense. He's different enough from Batman to have a unique and interesting playstyle. And he also generally is just a really interesting character. I can think of a lot more characters I'd rather have in the game, though, than someone like, let's say, Azrael, or Harley Quinn, maybe? I don't know, because that's kind of the issue. All the people that they pick to be playable in Arkham Knight make perfect sense, and it would be weird not having them there. But there's so many more characters I wish could have been in the game. Namely, one. There's one character in particular, because and he could very easily have been there. Wait. Wait, no, never mind. I just remembered he does have a mission in Batman Arkham Knight, and he can't. Or he could, depending on choices you made. It's Ra's al Ghul. I wish Ra's al Ghul was a challenge map character in a Batman Arkham game, because that would have just been cool as shit. I love Raz, or Ra's, however it's pronounced. I've heard it pronounced. I think the series is generally confused about how it's pronounced too. But yeah, Ra's al Ghul. Nope. I'm coming. I know there's a Hugo Strange Easter egg somewhere in here, and I've got to find it first. Ow. I have a headache. Okay. Shut up, Cash. I got you. I've got you, Johnny. Anyway. But yeah. I really wish Ra's al Ghul was a playable character. Because I just imagine it would have been very fun. And honestly, instead of Gotham Knights, they should have made like Arkham.
She was pretty desperate to get in there. Her office is over there.
I wish they made like an open world Arkham game that was instead based around the villains and played more like a third-person shooter. As standard as those are, I think that would have been more entertaining to make.
That makes them important.
Well, not play like a third-person shooter, have mechanics like that.
I'll try the radio.
For characters like Mr. Freeze and stuff, they were playable, but essentially have a game where instead of playing as the 4 proteges that have already been seen in the games, even though Arkham Knights, Gotham Knights, that is not canon to the Arkham games. Then again, though, just in Batman stuff general, I really, really wish they made one based around playing as the villains. I'm generally not a mobile game person because I hate them. I hate their design philosophy and how, you know, the free-to-play make you spend as much money by arbitrary wait time and stuff. I hate that shit. But I did have one. It's been discontinued, and it makes me sad because it was really cool, even though it, yeah, had the long-ass wait times. And that was Batman Arkham Underworld, which was a Batman Arkham mobile game where you actually took control as the villains built, and you would, like, build up a hideout. And it was really cool. I think Mr. Freeze, Two-Face, Harley Quinn, Scarecrow and the Riddler were all playable characters. And you would, like, build grunts and stuff, and you would go out on raids.
Patient interview 1. Patient was referred to me after the incident with Dr. Murphy. He appears to have suffered a breakdown of sorts. I believe it was brought about after the loss of his wife and child. As yet, the patient has been unable to speak. shows little mental activity. It's as if the shock of what he saw triggered his mental collapse. There's someone in here! It's him. We found him. Break down the door! Note to self. As ever, it is difficult to continue my research under such conditions.
Oh, that's...
Away from Dr. Combs! Now! Get down on the ground! We found them. Someone get a medic. Oh, God, what's he done to him?
Okay, I have to... I'm sorry.
Patient interview 1. Patient was referred to me after the incident with Dr. Murphy. He appears to have suffered a breakdown of sorts. I believe it was brought about after the loss of his wife and child.
Okay, I'll admit, I didn't realize at first that was Crane speaking.
Continued observation shows little mental activity. It's as if the shock of what he saw triggered his mental collapse. There's someone in here! It's him. We found him. Break down the door! Note to self. As ever, it is difficult to continue my research under such conditions. Step away from Dr. Combs! Now! Get down on the ground! We found them. Someone get a medic. Oh, God, what's he done to him?
I think that's a pretty neat thing. Anyway. Yeah, I wish they would make an Arkham game that was based more around that, where as opposed to running across rooftops and doing that, you do have a more grounded, grittier, like land street-based version of Gotham, where you play as the villains and you just do villain shit. Specifically Scarecrow. I love Scarecrow and I want to see a game where that adapts him. I can even see like kind of an RPG setup where you have stats. Like obviously Bane's a tank melee build kind of thing. But someone like... Damn it, where is Hugo Strange? I'm sorry, I have to find this. I know he's in here. My throat is killing me. How long have I been recording? I may have to end it after I find the strange thing. I don't remember. I've literally lost track of time. Huh. So we found the tape in there. So probably on the other end is where we would find Strange. To give it a nice bit of symmetry. Ah, there we go. But yeah, I just would love to see that. Have Scarecrow be the equivalent of a magic user. Okay, that'd be kind of funny. Huh. Oh.
The only way I could have made that one easier to find is if I strapped it to the hood of that ludicrously ostentatious vehicle of yours.
Okay, that's funny. I already have a hood ornament, and his name is Bane. But, yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I would love to see an Arkham game based around the villains. I just think that would be cool. Well, maybe not an Arkham game, but like just a Batman game. Preferably open world. I'm basic like that. I do like my games to be that. Open world. My throat is dying right now. Water Sandy. The frickin' pollen's gonna kill me. Is it in here? Where the hell is Dr. Strangelove? I think I remember this being one that I struggle with whenever I play the game.
What's wrong with this thing? Hello? Anyone there? Arkham Control, do you copy? Over.
is gonna drive me crazy. I can't find this.
We are in the mansion and have encountered armed inmates. Please respond. Arkham Control.
If it wasn't obvious, I love Batman. Actually, here's a fun little bit of engagement for anyone watching it. That sounds so fucking stupid. What was your exposure to Batman? Movie, game, comics? What was your exposure to The Dark Knight? For me, my first exposure, well, I mean, it's kind of hard to remember first exposure. But my main thing I remember getting me interested into him was the Batman Brave and the Bold cartoon. The one that was more, it was very kid-friendly, and it was meant to, it focused more on Silver Age Batman type stuff where it was exceptionally goofy, but it also showed off the greater DC universe as a whole, which got me interested into a lot of our characters who have been long favorites of mine, such as Blue Beetle specifically. That's what got me into that character, and I still love Blue Beetle. I don't think the movie's going to be good. I get the feeling the movie's going to suck when that comes out, but I still really like the fact that they are actually giving him some focus. I'm kind of surprised, though, that they're making a Blue Beetle movie before a Firestorm movie. I would have thought Firestorm would be would have come first. Anyway, I'm just gonna have to come back here because I can't find this thing for the life of me, and I doubt everyone wants to hear me jabber on for a bit as I desperately lose my remaining grip on sanity. Anyway, I think I'll end the video here. I will come back some other day for some more gameplay. I will see you all in the next video. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to like and subscribe if you did. Bye-bye.
Arkham Control.